Before our lesson today, we're going to play a fun little game. In this game, you have to remember where the frog is. But the trick is, the frog is going to be under one of the cups. So you're going to have to remember that it's under this cup. And I'm going to move all the cups around, and you have to follow the frog wherever he goes as I switch the cups around. So are you ready? Here we go. Okay, remember to follow the middle cup as it moves. Okay, which cup is the frog under? This one, or this one? If you guessed this one, you're right! The frog was under the first cup. Okay, let's play again. Remember, watch where the frog is. Okay, which cup is the frog under? This one, or this one? If you guessed the middle one, you're right! Our frog was under the middle cup. Now let's make it a little bit harder by adding a fourth cup. Okay, it's going to get a little bit trickier, but remember, it's under this cup to start. So keep watching this cup. Here we go. Okay, which cup do you think the frog is under? This one, or this one? Our frog is under the last cup. Okay, let's play one more time, and I'm going to go kind of fast, so you better keep watch very carefully to remember where that frog's going. Here we go. Okay, which cup is the frog under? Is he under this one? Nope. Is he under this one? Nope. How about this one? Nope. The frog was under one of the middle cups. Good job playing the game. I hope you were able to find the frog each time. In our Bible story today, there was a man named Moses, and him and his brother Aaron got 12 men, and they told them to go spy out the promised land. These 12 men were told to go hunt for things, kind of like you had to hunt for the frog and figure out which cup it was under. These men were told to go see whether the land had big men or little men, and whether the land had good food or bad food. They had to go spy it out. Let's go see what they found when they went to look for the land. Our story today takes place in the book of Numbers. Numbers chapter 13 and 14. And our story is all about the Israelite people, which were God's people. He cared for them and took care of them, and he had promised to give them a land, Canaan's land. It was the promised land. Now, the Israelite people had a leader, and his name was Moses. And Moses had a brother named Aaron. So, God spoke to Moses, and he said, Moses, I want you to appoint 12 men. Pick 12 men to go spy out the land of Canaan that I have promised you. And so Moses did what he asked. Moses selected 12 men to go spy out Canaan's land. And that's what he did. And he told the men, go see whether the people there are strong or if they're weak, and see if there are many people there or just a few people, and see whether the food there is good or bad. And Moses told the 12 spies to go see whether the fruit there was good, and he said, bring back some fruit so we can see for ourselves. So the 12 spies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All 12 of them went into the land to spy it out. They looked at the people and the land and the food, and they came back after 40 days and gave Moses a report. And most of them said the land is so good. It flows with milk and honey, and it's a beautiful land. But they said the walls are huge, and the people there are like giants. And those people were very scared. The spies were scared, and they said, we can't take the land. The people in the city is too big. But Caleb stood up and said, the land is good. Look at the grapes we brought back. And he brought them to Moses. And he said, the land is good. We can take it. We don't have anything to fear. And then Joshua, one of the other spies, stood up and said, since God loves us, he's going to help us take this land. If we trust in him, we have nothing to fear. And so the rest of the spies still didn't want to try to take the land. They were still scared. And you know what? God didn't let them enter the land. Only Joshua and Caleb were allowed to go in the land in the end. Everyone else just wandered around in a desert. They weren't allowed to enter the promised land. In our Bible lesson today, we learned about the 12 spies, and 10 of them didn't think they could take Canaan's land. But 2 of them, Joshua and Caleb, thought they could take the promised land with God's help. It was the promised land after all. Why didn't they think they could take it? God said he was going to give it to them. He promised that he would give it to them. And you know, they didn't think they could take it because they saw how big the people were and how big the walls were, and they forgot how big God is. The Bible tells us that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Joshua and Caleb knew that, and so they got to enter the promised land. The land filled with milk and honey. It was such a good land. And God promised it, and he followed through in his promise, and he gave it to them. So, we're going to make a craft today that helps us remember about the 12 spies and the 2 that were good. So, our craft today is binoculars. So, you're going to need a sheet of paper and some crayons and some tape to hook your binoculars together. And if you have scissors, you can use that. But if you don't have scissors, or if you're not allowed to use them, we're just going to tear the sheet. Okay? Here we go. Okay, so you're going to take your paper, and if you have scissors, then just cut straight down the middle. But if you don't, we're going to fold it in half, and we're just going to keep going over and over this crease, and it's going to make it really easy to tear. So if you just keep going over and over it with your fingernails, it will tear super easy. And there you have it. 2 sheets of paper. Now we're just going to take some time, and you can decorate each of your sheets. Just decorate one side. And you can use stickers if you have that at home, or you can use your crayons like I'm using. And you can make it stripes or stars or hearts, or you can draw milk and honey like they saw, or you can draw the grapes that they brought back to Moses. You can draw anything you want on it. But we're just going to take some time to decorate our binoculars. So here we go.
You are
Okay, so after you're done coloring, you're going to take each sheet and you're going to roll it up. And you can make each side of the binoculars as wide as you want it. I'm going to make mine about this big. But after you get it how you want it, you're just going to put a tape all along here. That way it stays in place. And you're going to do the same thing with your second one. And you got to try to make them even. That way they look the same. Okay. And then you're just going to put another piece of tape all the way along the edge. And then you're going to tape them together. I'm going to put one side of the tape in here and then fold the other one into the other side. And then put the same thing on the opposite end. You may need a parent's help with this part. So after you color and tape your binoculars together, they look like this. And you can go searching around your house for different things, just like the 12 spies did. And hopefully you'll know and remember that you can do all things through Christ has strengthened you. No person's too big, no wall is too huge. God will see you through it. Bye, kids.